We're not jerks, we don't curse. Salutations, Grime Nation! It is I, your most magnanimous host, and the most polarizing and professional man in YouTube entertainment today, Grime. And I am here with a Grime's Great Raw Review Highlights. And this week, Raw is coming to you from Miami, and Triple H is coming out to the ring, and he's making fun of the internet, deservedly so, because internet sometimes can be completely full of wasty, unprofessional nonsense when it comes to the amazing sport of professional wrestling, aka sports entertainment. But Mr. H's is interrupted by Mr. Randy Orton, who comes out and argues that he should be getting a title shot, and then he is interrupted by Kane, who argues that he knows that he can beat Mr. John Cena, the champion of champions. And I ask you, Grime Nation, when has Kane ever beat John Cena? That's right, it never happened. But then that wasty Roman Reigns comes out and just starts punching people. That is not how you solve your problems, Mr. Reigns. Use your words. So the beautiful and intelligent Stephanie McMahon Helmsley has continued to punish Nikki Bella for the actions of her sister, and deservedly so. But now you see that during this match, where there are 4 divas, that I can't name all of them, but there are 4 of them, fighting Nikki Bella, Brie has bought a ticket like any good fired employee and is sitting at ringside. Now this brings out Stephanie, who is rightfully upset at Brie buying one of those overpriced scalped tickets at ringside. You should never pay a scalper, you should buy your ticket fair and square. And she is making some allusions to a certain other quitter when she is calling Brie a quitter. I get what you're putting down, Stephanie. That is very, meta. That is very, fourth wall breaking stuff. It's very good. And then Brie, much like her unprofessional wasty waste of a husband, decides to use some foul language on this PG show twice. That is twice the unprofessionalism that she is displaying, being a front row scalped ticket holder. And Stephanie, in her infinite wisdom, knows that when you buy a front row ticket, much like every time they fire John Cena and he buys a front row ticket, that you are allowed to participate in the show, and you should know that you could be in danger of wrestling action at any time. And therefore, Stephanie slaps her. So Bo Dallas, the inspirational Bo Dallas, fought Damian Sandow, and that's not important, Grime Nation. What is important is they are still saying that Bo Dallas is undefeated. Now, I like Bo Dallas. I think he is the most inspirational man in sports entertainment today. However, he clearly did not win the Intercontinental Battle Royal last night, so he clearly does not have an undefeated record. Certainly, if you want to make the argument that he is undefeated in singles competition, that is true. But he is not undefeated in every match that he has been in. He just lost Sunday night. So we had AJ and Paige versus Emma and Natalya, and I was surprised to see Emma and Natalya on Raw. But after the match, which AJ and Paige won, Paige decided to be the unprofessional that she is and attack AJ and keep saying that this was her house. Now, you're in an arena and there's a ring. It's not really a house, Paige. You need to understand basic architecture, okay? Mother flip-flops, Zack Ryder, not only on Raw, Zack Ryder won a match on Raw. What is going on, Grime Nation? John Cena decides to not be at this Raw for contractual reasons of filming a movie. Now, I understand that because Mr. Cena is a star. And he leaves, and just everything falls apart, and Zack Ryder is winning matches on Raw. This is complete chaos, Grime Nation. Alright, so your special guest host tonight was the state of Florida, and apparently the state of Florida is some hippity-hopper, I don't know what that is, and he's there, and he's got his Raw shirt on, and whatever else, and he is confronted by the one-man band, baby! Heath Slater, over some continuity, which is not a thing that they do on Raw very often, continuity of him being attacked at WrestleMania 28, and then Mr. Florida pushes Mr. Slater through a pipe or something and he falls over, and I'll bring this up in another couple minutes. It's very important, so remember that Mr. Florida assaulted Heath Slater backstage. So, the very next segment, we have the beautiful and professional Mrs. Stephanie McMahon Helmsley being arrested for battery against Brie Bella, who should have known, as I noted, if you buy a front row ticket, there's a possibility you're gonna get smacked in the face. That is just the consequence you accept for buying a front row ticket. Ask John Cena every time that he's been fired and he's bought a ticket, he's gotten involved in something. So, these unprofessional, and I'm not even sure they were legitimate policemen, bring Stephanie to the back, and they're arresting her for battery, which is assault, basically. And I mention this because, in the previous segment, Mr. Florida totally assaulted and batteried Heath Slater. So where are the police to arrest Mr. Florida? Where is that? You unprofessional, complete wasty waste of policemen. If you're gonna do one job, do all the jobs, because things are happening backstage. But that's okay, Grime Nation, because WWE employs the law services of Mr. David Otunga, who has never lost a case, mind you, and I don't think he will lose this one, so don't worry, Stephanie is gonna be fine, because Otunga is gonna be on the case. Some more uneventful tag match things happened, but after they happened, then Xavier Woods came out in like a Clarence Mason suit and was talking to Kofi and Big E about rising up and we are the nation of domination, which is, I guess, what's gonna happen now. The entire internet is saying that's what's gonna happen now. But if you're gonna form a new nation of domination, you need to also have Titus O'Neil. You need to also have Booker T as their announcer guy. There are so many amazing things you can do with this, but you need someone to play the part of the Owen Hart of the group, who was the Black Heart, who was the sole survivor, who was the two-time Slammy Award-winning, rest in peace Owen, we love you. You need someone in the group to be the Owen. And then immediately following that thing that happened, out comes Rusev, and if there's anyone that the new nation should be attacking, it should be racist Rusev. We didn't get that. Instead, we got the Great Khali to come down and do... I can't do the dance anymore. My doctor said I shouldn't be doing it. Great Khali came out, and this, to me, was the most impressive showing of Rusev, who defeated a formerly dominant super heavyweight world champion. So good on you, Rusev. After beating that wasty-waste, weed-smoking Jack Swagger, you managed to defeat a actual dominant former world champion in the Great Khali. And so, end of the night, main event, Mr. H's, who is still in the building because he knows that Otunga can handle the law stuff, and he will go to the building after making his blockbuster announcement of who is going to face John Cena. And I should mention, it doesn't matter who's going to face John Cena at SummerSlam because John Cena always wins. He's going to announce who's facing him at SummerSlam, and it was Randy Orton, but then it wasn't Randy Orton. And then here comes Roman Reigns, and then it wasn't Roman Reigns. And then here comes Paul Heyman making all of the conjecture about his client, and we know who his client is, and Plan C was not Plan CM quit, because he quit. It's Plan B, as in Plan Brock. Now, this Grime Nation does not worry me. You would think it would worry me that Brock Lesnar is going to be facing John Cena at SummerSlam. However, go back and watch the last match that John Cena and Brock Lesnar had and tell me, who won that match? Who was the winner of that match? That's what I thought. Jonathan Cena III, Esquire, the champion of champions, your champion, and mine, the greatest man, the greatest champion, John Cena. So have no fear, Grime Nation. At SummerSlam, the result will be the exact same as it was the last time they met in the ring. So that's gonna do it, Grime Nation, for another Grime's Great Raw Review. Make sure to tune in next week where I talk more about John Cena. Obviously, he missed Raw this week, and I almost didn't review this show, but there was more things that I had to talk about, that I had to point out, like those cops being unprofessional, wasty wastes. And so therefore, I made this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, because Grime Nation, you're the best. You're my millions and millions and thousands and hundreds of followers in the Grime Nation. I am here making videos for you about what happened on Monday Night Raw, so I will see you next time. It has been nailed. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, tweet, tout, retweet, Reddit, Facebook, Foursquare, Instagram, Telegram, Sonogram, and Carrier Pigeon, the undisputed action figure champion of the known universe. It has been nailed.